cryptocurrencies, and well, I was working with them constantly. And well, to tell you the truth, we took advantage of it, but well, we let a lot of things pass by, a lot of opportunities. But in all that time, in the last 10 years, I have been working with something called arbitrage. Indirectly, I didn't know what arbitrage was, but I had been doing it constantly. The first thing that I learned about arbitrage was doing it with exchanges. That was the first thing I learned regarding the topic of arbitrage. Arbitrage, to define it, here is an example, is buying an asset and selling it, well, more expensively, but without the need to speculate. What happens with trading? I was talking about how with trading, I spent more or less 8 years trying to make money from Forex, cryptocurrencies, and futures. And in reality, none of that made me money. When I did win, I was just breaking even. So I discovered arbitrage and started developing it. As of today, for me, it is an excellent opportunity because, well, it doesn't depend on speculation or people's skill. Here's an example. We always use the Coca-Cola example. For example, when you buy a Coca-Cola and you buy it at the supermarket, it costs $1. But if you buy it at the airport, it costs 3.5. And if you buy it on the little plane, well, it costs $7, right? And even more. And this depends on supply and demand. Arbitrage is buying a currency or an asset at the same time, buying it in two different spaces, in two different places, in two different countries, and trading it and making a profit from the price difference. I'm going to give you an example. When you go to a currency exchange office, anyone in your country, and you go with your local currency, you go with rubles, you go with dollars, with pounds sterling, with pesos, right? You go to the currency exchange office and you say, hey, I need to buy $100. $100, right? And they tell you in your country's currency, they tell you what the dollar rate is. For example, $1 is equivalent, let's put it in Mexican pesos, it is equivalent to 17 Mexican pesos. $1 in Spain costs about, let's see if I'm wrong, help me out there, Maria Luzan, 0.95 euros, right? $1 costs in Colombian pesos, it costs 3,150 Colombian pesos. So if you are looking at the exchange rate, a single US dollar, when converted into local currency, costs about 3.6 sols. Yes, that is 3.6 sols for every dollar in Peru, right? It really fluctuates a bit, but that is the general rate you will see. And well, currency exchange offices take that price reference and sell it to you more expensively at a higher cost depending, right? So they tell you, hey, you know what? I'll sell you the dollar at 18 Mexican pesos, right? I'll sell you the dollar at 0.97 euros, right? I'll sell you the dollar at 3,200 Colombian pesos. Or I'll sell you the dollar at 3.8 sols in Peru, okay? And you can find that same price difference at different currency exchange offices and make a profit. I did for a while. I want to tell you that I did that business for a while. I used to buy at one currency exchange. I would buy dollars and sell them at another. That is arbitrage. We're not depending on whether the dollar goes up tomorrow or waiting to see if it falls tomorrow to sell it at a higher price. No, it's taking the asset and selling it the very same moment I bought it and getting a price difference due to various factors. And well, here's an example which I like to do with the Ethereum currency, the second most important cryptocurrency in the market. Like how I used to do arbitrage before, right? And if you notice, there is a price difference here. Look, these two that you see here, which say Aster and Adbit, are virtual currency exchange houses. They are called exchanges, right? Exchange trading platform. And well, here is a business opportunity. Look, I buy one Ethereum on Adbit for $1,898, and I sell that same Ethereum for $1,906 at the same instant, at the same moment. And I obtain the profit difference due to the price difference. That's it. $8, $9 for every Ethereum. What happens? That this has a limitation. In the arbitrage business, when you start doing that arbitrage with the exchanges, they start blocking you. I tell you this from experience because for a long time I was able to do it and then they blocked me. Afterwards, they blocked me and I couldn't keep doing it, okay? Why do they block you? Because, well, it's the exchanges business and you are involved in the exchanges business, okay? Now, then there is another way to do it. These two that I am telling you about are two options that we already do, but we do it in an automated way and many times faster, easier for the whole community. So that is the first option. The next one is in the P2P. What is peer-to-peer? The trading of the same asset, right? Selling it person to person without intermediation. In this case, we are buying with Mexican pesos, right? The same digital USDT. We are paying 17.91 for this USDT, but look here. Here's another user who says they are selling it at 17.12, and well, evidently there's a business opportunity there. I buy it from the one selling it to me at 17.12, and I sell it to the one who is buying it from me at 17.91. And I have an arbitrage business buying and selling the cryptocurrency USDT. I can also do it with Bitcoin. I can do it with BNB. I can do it with Doge. I can do it with... But the most traded currency in the world today is USDT. It is the third most important currency in the market after Bitcoin and after Ethereum, and around more or less $43 billion move daily, right? For those who ask me, one, will this continue to work? Well, look at the fact that it is a gigantic market that moves every single day, okay? Now, what was it that we did at Dubai? What we did was connect something called compute nodes. The compute nodes, anyone can see this information. It is completely public. You can see it in your back office. Go to the button that says Indubai Cross. When you join our business, you have this possibility to see all of this in real time. What I was showing you that is done with Ethereum is done with more cryptocurrencies. And what we do is practically the same, but we no longer do it with just one. We do it with several. We buy on OKX, we sell on Binance, we make a profit, and that is reflected in the earnings we connect. But this, if you realize, is happening all the time, in real time, in an automated way, and without me having to perform the operation manually. Because before I had to go to the exchange, buy, then sell. Sometimes they wouldn't let me, sometimes the price would change. And between the price changing and me taking time to withdraw and deposit into the other one so I could sell it a little bit higher, well, that's where the time went and there was no profit. You ended up losing basically because of the time delay. This is done internally with the most important exchanges on the market, Binance, Bybit, OKX, and Qcoin. All of this in real time, okay? It's happening right there, and we can see the profit it's generating. Today, we are aiming to earn more or less $9,016, which is 1% of what we have operating in arbitrage, okay? 1%. And you can see here down below how the operations are being carried out in real time, how it's generating profit, and how it's accumulating. Currently, this is the goal, 9,016, and we are already generating $5,425, 0.58%. As the operations are executed, they are added up. We have made more than 25,982 operations today across the different exchanges, all automatically, okay? Now, this is another one of the ways we have here in operation within the P2P. Do you remember I explained that I would buy USDT with Mexican pesos and then sell it and so on? Well, this happens here, but in different countries and in real time. What is it that we offer here? What we provide is liquidity to the exchanges so they can operate without needing to take it out of their wallets. We generate that operation, they sell it to us at a price, and internally we settle it for the users, and this generates, well, this profit for us. There are many ways to do arbitrage. I just mentioned two to you. Currently, we are in more than 25 different ways. In Jamaica, we will be explaining another one of the ways we function, but so you can get an idea of how profits are generated within this node. That is one of the nodes we currently have running. Another one of the notes we also operate with is in this strategy, this one specifically, we are operating only with operations within the United States, and each one of these operations has traceability. What does traceability mean? It means that you can verify if what I'm telling you here is real, right? This operation is arbitrage in USDT between Binance and the Ape Swap exchange, and I can check it directly on the blockchain. For those who have knowledge of this, they are easily understanding what I am telling them. For those who don't worry, we provide training and coaching. Here we can see the difference. So we went ahead and bought this asset. Just take a look at this. And we got it at 1.80, right? It's quite a move. It was sold at 1.80. It was bought at 1.79. A profit was made, and that profit was converted into USDT. This entire operation was done between BNB and USDT. And I can have complete traceability of how much was earned, how much was generated, the transaction hash at the time it was executed, everything, which wallet it left from, which wallet it went to, everything in real time, each one of the operations. We are already operating there with Binance and other centralized exchanges like Spank Chain Swap, Sushi Swap, BitSwap. Each one of them shows me the operations and generates the profit in real time. By Wednesday, we will be showing everything in detail. Don't miss our presentation on Wednesday because we will be giving specific training on how our computing node generates profits and how you can verify it directly within Binance, the exchanges, Binance, OKX, and each of the operations, okay? That said, what follows now is to explain how you are going to participate. For this specific purpose, I will leave you the link to the website. It is called Dubai Point Business. From there, you can easily check all the information and verify everything I have just told you directly for yourself. We currently have 5 core pillars in place, 5 essential pillars that clearly show us the nature of the business and exactly where we are heading in the future, okay? So having said that, let's go into detail. Now let's talk about how much you can potentially generate. On average, we are generating between 0.95 as the lowest up to 1.4% we have managed to generate in a single day, okay? Here is a small example of what you can potentially generate. The minimum you can participate with is $50. And let's use 1,000 as an example, okay? $1,000. With $1,000 on average, you will generate $25 per week. On a monthly average, $100 a month. That is 10%. Stay until the end and I will show you how you can earn a little bit more. Let's get to know a little more in detail. Here you can also go to the Indubai cross button, which is what I was showing you. Here is a video explaining in detail some of the operations we run with Arbitrage. And now let's click here for more information to check it out, okay? Look, in detail, 100% of the profit we generate is divided into 3 parts. 50% for the investor, 30% for the administrator, and 20% for the referral plan, okay? On Wednesday, we are bringing a new bonus, which will mean it will no longer be 30 for administration, but 20, and an additional 10% will be added here for a very interesting bonus that we are going to show you, meaning more earnings for our users. Your capital will reach up to 250%. What does that mean? That if you invest $1,000 of those $1,000, the maximum you will get out will be $2,500, including your capital. Or if you choose the Indubai cars option, you can generate up to 300%. In other words, your $1,000 turns into $3,000. It is one of the best options we currently have on the market. I'm going to show you how it works now. Here is a slightly more graphic example. In the case of $1,000 generating at 5% weekly, because it generates 1% daily, that's $50. Of those $50, 50% goes to you, that is $25. The other $15 would go to administration and $10 to the referral plan. If you multiply those 25 by 4 weeks, that gives you $100, the 10% I was telling you about a few minutes ago. Now, those $10 are distributed in residual earnings for people who want to activate the referral plan. Only for those who want to activate the referral plan, okay? Very well. A special greeting to all the people connecting from Marilyn, Santa Cruz, Bolivia, from Spain, Sandra Equa from Ecuador. Several people. It's great to have you all connected here. Thanks for being connected to Brian, to Harold, to Hammer, to Maria del Pilar, well, to Sylvia, to Wilson. It's great to have you all connected here. Very well. Thank you very much for your valuable time. Now then, this is distributed across 6 levels. In total, 20% of the profits are distributed. How does this part work? Only for the people who want to activate it. It is not mandatory, but you can do it too. For example, you invest $1,000, right? You take those $1,000 and they will already yield 10% if you place them in the premium pool, which is the first thing I explained to you. I haven't gone into detail yet about the Indubai cars, which you will be able to earn from. You will be able to earn a little bit more, okay? That is what you earn, $100. But if you refer someone who sees potential and invests $10,000, they earn 10%, $1,000. Since they are your level 1, you earn 10% of that, which is another $100. For how long? For the duration of the person's contract, which in this case would be $2,500. It comes out to be more or less a period of 20 months if they don't do compound interest, which accelerates the process and can make them earn that money much faster, okay? And so on. If the person refers, you earn 4. If they refer 2.5, 2, 1, and 0.5 on level 6, up to 20% if you fill all the levels. This is in the referral plan. If we go to the back office, and we play a little bit with the calculator, which is our compound interest calculator here, and you enter a capital. Let's use the example of $1,000. Let's look here. $1,000. At the end of, let's say daily, you earn 0.5, right? Which is what you actually get to keep. In a period of 100 days, which comes out to be about 5 months. In those 100 days, you end up making a profit of 64%. That is $646 plus your 1,000. Up to that point, what you have done is compound interest. In other words, during the first 5 months, your $1,000 turned into $1,646. Now, from that point on, if you want, you can start withdrawing every month, and every month it will generate an average of 10%. And in a period of another 5 months, let's see how much it's generating. You are generating $164, which by the end of those same 5 months, you have another $1,000. In other words, in 10 months, you can end up taking out more or less about $1,600, $1,650, including your capital. In 10 months, if you do the strategy I just explained to you. The person who invited you will teach you a little more about how you can do this. A part of compound interest, which is activated automatically, or another part by withdrawing every weekend, because in this business, you withdraw every weekend. You start with $50, minimum withdrawals from $1. Every weekend, you request the withdrawal, and on Monday or Tuesday, the withdrawals arrive. And at the end, listen to what I just told you. At the end of a period of no more than 10 months, you can be recovering your capital and even doubling it if you want to. The most interesting thing is that there is no withdrawal fee, and you can withdraw directly to your account or to the Indubai cards. Let me explain this part to you, which I know will interest you a lot. Thanks to the implementation of the new node, we managed to generate a little more profit, a little more gain for all our users, to the point that you can participate with the Indubai cars. Let's go to the page so you can see this information in detail, how we operate and what you can do. On the indubai.business page, you will look for a section called Buy Cards at the top, and we are going to look at them in detail. The black card, which is the minimum investment. Everything I just explained to you, you can start from $50 for the term you want without any problem. Now, with the Indubai cards, the minimum investment is $400, which gives you a card like the one I am showing you on the screen right now, which is a card like this card, obviously black in color, right? And it is the black card that will give you $300 in investment. The card costs $100. You can buy that one only once, and you will continue with the conditions. I will show you how now. And $300 in investment. The advantage is that now you will no longer earn up to 250%, but up to 300%, which will allow you to triple your capital, and you will withdraw monthly earnings not of 10% anymore, but of 10.5%. And you will receive some tokens, which I will explain that part about the tokens to you now. They are gifted tokens, and you are going to like that model a lot. Now, the silver card is a $700 card. It's the same $100 for the card, $600 that you come to generate in investment, but it no longer pays you 10.5%, but rather it pays you at 11.5% or at 11% monthly. The gold card is a $1,000 investment. It pays you 11.5% and gives you 150 tokens. The 2,101, the sapphire, 12% monthly. The black prestige, 12.5%, $3,000 in investment. The silver titanium, 4,100, 13%. The gold royal, which comes out to 13.5. And the sapphire, which is the 14% one, which gives you an investment of $10,000, which allows you to recover those 10,000 with the monthly percentage you receive in 7 months, withdrawing every month. Besides that, it gives you other benefits, which I have shown. This is the case, for example, of the Priority Pass. It's a card that allows you to enter all airports and be able to use it and be in VIP lounges without any cost at all, lounges in all airports around the world. More than 183 lounges available worldwide, okay? And you don't pay anything. They treat you as you deserve, like a very important person, okay? VIP. And also a UN card. This diplomatic passport makes you part of a group called the Chaplain Defenders of Human Rights, of which you can be a part and start to generate, well, aid and everything we do at a humanitarian level. But you also have the possibility of being treated like a diplomat. It has its benefits, its advantages, which you can also start to generate from here. Other mentorships, other benefits. The book The Awakening of the Matrix, which is released in Jamaica, and the book Finance for Kids Too, where we teach children about finance and where they can learn about savings, inflation from a very early age, okay? Now, those cards give you other additional benefits, such as the token benefit. Each person who buys a card receives specific tokens. Let's look, for example, at the black card. The $400 one gives you 40 in Dubai Falcon tokens. The tokens for me, the biggest business behind everything I've just laid out, are the tokens. It's about taking our token to what happened, for example, with BNB, the Binance token, or the token of Bitcoin or Ethereum. Look, it's not even about us reaching those levels. If the token, which today costs 1.01, goes to 1.05, goes to 2, goes to $10, everything you buy or receive in tokens will multiply your capital by 10. Today, the token, look, I have in tokens, I have $1,378, 1,365 tokens. If the token goes to $10, those tokens turn into $13,000 for me. Today, we are building the ecosystem behind the token. How are we building it? By giving it usability. If you go to the website and look for the section that says Indubai token, you will see all the tokenomics, the IP, everything behind it, and the entire ecosystem. Right now, the people who have the token, who don't sell it, right? Those who keep it in their back office will receive 2 benefits. The first benefit is that you receive a share of the arbitrage. This share comes from 30% of the administration, that is from us. For example, here is an example. If we generate a profit of $10,000 today, 5,000 go to the investors. Remember, 50%, 3,000 for the treasury, 30%, and 2,000 for the referral system. From those 3,000, right? From the 3,000, 20% comes out to be distributed among all the people who have the token. Those $600 are distributed among 8,750,000 tokens, which means that if I have 1,000 tokens, I receive a small daily reward, right? It's something small, but as the number of people joining our portfolio and our token increases, what could happen is that you earn like this. Look at this. We are already receiving this type of earnings. Every day we receive from Monday to Friday, the token earnings are distributed and we start generating like this. Small cents that are generated every day. Look, yield. Look at what happens here. I earn a commission on the arbitrage, but I also earn a percentage on what I currently have saved. In other words, I receive tokens as well as arbitrage earnings. So if you realize, Here we have a complete ecosystem that will give you many benefits, as well as the benefit of you receiving earnings from a virtual casino. Our tokens have usability in this casino, which will make all the players want to buy it, start using it, and the token will increase in value. While you are earning from arbitrage, while you are generating returns through what we are doing with all the cryptocurrency negotiations, we are adding value to our token. Now, if you really want to see up close exactly how we are growing and evolving every single day, you should definitely head over to our channel. On the Indubai channel, you will get to know these incredible, authentic testimonials from real people who are winning with us every single day, who are consistently generating impressive results, and who are definitely making it possible for so many other people to benefit from this opportunity as well. It is truly a great place to see the impact firsthand. We generate much more profit. I want to tell you that we generate much more profit. But why today are we giving this type of profit and more? For the simple reason that we want to give it to you in trips. Here we are using the app, the card with the earnings, paying at a center, at a restaurant.
I want to update it. Already loaded? Look, see? Now I'm going to top up the cart. I'm going to top it up with $65. All of this is in USDT. I mean, this is digital money. It doesn't register anywhere, man. Done? I hit load. Ready, the card is loaded now. I'm going to call the waiter so you can see. Waiter, please. The check, please. We insert the card. Done. Remember the application. Let's see. Let's put it here. Banks. Let's enter the code. Wait a second. Just a second. And look how it deducts it here for me. It already deducted it. It's going to show it here. In fiat Mexican peso, look. Restaurant, I paid there without any problem. Done.
I have a question. Would you like to keep paying and spending with the money you work for, or have an investment that pays for a dinner, that pays for your utilities, or that pays for anything you might need? Well, that's what we are doing with Indubai. Now, I want to extend an invitation for you to join us in Jamaica. Jamaica is a destination that we have decided to be
This August 13th, a new era begins.
Official launch of our community. There are people here who have joined and who were at the pre-launch, sharing closely, seeing a little bit of what we were doing, understanding a bit with them, and seeing up close, everything that happened at the pre-launch in Cancun. Having a great time here in Cancun, very happy. Now we were meeting with the leaders, having dinner, enjoying ourselves, getting to know each other a little, and living the experience.
Our time spent in Dubai was truly great, a genuinely phenomenal experience that you simply cannot afford to miss out on.
Everything we have shared, experienced, and what is still left to experience has been great.
This experience has been nothing but smiles.
And best of all, learning from each one of them, because every day we are learning from experiences.
The truth is that you only really enjoy it when you live it.
And that is what we can take away with us. I want you to please follow us on social media, follow the whole story, the whole experience, because we are going to be vibrating at a different frequency. A very special greeting.
So this was in Cancun. Now we are going.
This August 13th, one of the new series of the program begins, which takes place within
Jamaica. We are going to be getting to know the whole ecosystem up close. The ecosystem is much broader than what I just told you about. We have payment gateways. We have duplication and intermediation systems between other companies, our own exchange, our own casino, usability and token, and arbitrage. It's just that due to time and not wanting to overwhelm you with information, we don't tell you everything in detail because, we get into it. But in Jamaica, we are going to tell you all about it. I just want you to see a little bit of what people are saying about what they are experiencing today, thanks to Indubai. Let's listen a little bit to Carlos Lora.
It was 3 days of meeting people. And now for me, Indubai has a face, it has a heart, it's not just a back office. The entire experience here in Cancun, surrounded by all these incredible people and the whole Indubai family, was truly wonderful. It was 3 days of of meeting so many new people. It was 3 days of learning about powerful new tools. It was 3 days of intensive training and really getting to know the team on a deeper level. It was honestly such a memorable and productive time for everyone involved. But above all, something I told all my colleagues, it was 3 days of getting to know each other's lives. We are all people who are fighting for the same goal. We are all trying to pull the same cart in the same direction. I learned about everyone's experiences, and now for me, Indubai has a face, it has a heart. It's not just a back office. I can say that I know it more in depth. We went through everything these 3 days, right? From physical challenges to mental challenges. They got us up at 4 in the morning to exercise, everyone complaining a little bit, but in the end, you realize why we were here. You realize why we did it. Those of us who weren't with our families missed them, because being in a paradise like the one we're in now, sometimes you want your loved ones to be able to experience this moment too. But I'm taking away a very beautiful experience. I'm taking away an experience that I would like to repeat. Now there is the launch of Indubai in Jamaica in September. I'm going to be there too. I don't plan on missing it, and I hope most of my colleagues will be there.
So what you have here with us is a truly unique opportunity and the genuine possibility for us to start winning together. We have the chance to be pioneers in utilizing a tool that is currently working very, very well for everyone involved. I would like Maria de Los Angeles, who is here with me, to share a little bit with us, to share a little bit of her experience, what she has seen within Indubai, and why she has made the decision to develop it, having other alternatives, and that in the end, well, today it is becoming one of her primary sources of income, and that she is definitely developing it with everything, and that she will also be with us in Jamaica.
Thank you, Juan Manuel. Thank you all for being connected. And well, to tell you a little bit that I really like this whole topic, and especially what I have found, because I have been presented with many companies. They are always calling me to give me some opportunity here and there, but really in all this time, I have learned to look, right? From all the experience one has had. And since I know Juan Manuel, it really gave me a lot of peace of mind. It gave me, a lot, but way too much. I mean, I know how he works. I know what he wants to achieve. I think it's more or less what we all long for, and he is making it possible. And the security that he gives us, okay? I mean, the fact that many of the people here who know me sometimes look at the opportunity, but they also look at where it comes from, right? So that's what happened to me. I've looked at where it comes from, I've studied it, I've analyzed it, and we've been working on it for quite a few months now. And well, that's when I finally decided to really share it, right? I told Juan Manuel, I said, I'm going to try it, I'm going to see, and so on. But I'm really very, very happy, very happy. It's also very easy to do this because the company really does it. And it's very easy, honestly, very easy to monetize, easy to earn. And well, and of course, you will have my help. That's it, Juan Manuel. Thank you.
Super, Maria de Los Angeles. Yes. Well, ultimately, really what you have to do is just ask the person to share the link with you. You register, make a minimum deposit of $50, and let the system work for you. That's all you have to do, okay? In the long run, if you want to get trained and understand a little more about what we do and how we do it, well, we have a whole system, right? Training sessions, coaching, an academy, everything, so you can learn it. Even the simplest processes, tutorials, guides, testimonials from people, you can learn all of this in detail. And we also have personal development and growth sessions. We do this in the morning, Colombia time, from the morning. It must be around 5 in the afternoon, right? For Spain, right? And also
all afternoon in Spain, every day.
We provide training, coaching, guides in podcasts. Now we are developing the latest book we are releasing, The Awakening of the Matrix. And well, anyway, guys, I mean, you have to know that there are many ways to earn out there. The important thing is to know who you do it with and that it be lasting. Today, we have moved away from speculation, from trading, from financial markets, where it depended on skill and depended on whether Trump might speak tomorrow and suddenly wake up with not very good intentions and make the markets crash. Now we are in the middle. We don't depend on that. If the dollar falls tomorrow, we still have a price difference. If the dollar rises tomorrow, we still have that same price difference. And we are earning in an automated way and leading many more people to be able to do it too. Thanks for being connected here. I invite you to join to be part of Indubai. Thank you very much, Maria de Los Angeles, for joining me in this space. And to everyone who was connected, have an excellent afternoon, an excellent day. And please don't forget to make it to Jamaica. Jamaica is the place where this is truly going to begin. We are just getting started. We are just reaching people. We are already over 1,200 users. We are already from more than 20 countries.
This is it.
But this is just getting started. I mean, we haven't even started yet, and there are already so many people, and we already have a fund that is truly too big. A special greeting to everyone. Have an excellent day. Hope you are all doing well. I leave you with the official invitation for the launch from September 11th to the 14th in Jamaica. You can't miss it. A special greeting to everyone. I hope you are all doing very, very well.